welcome to Theme It. We are back in the Theme It shop today, and today we are going to be looking at an IKEA style cabinet. Basically, we've seen them in IKEA, we've seen them in the Just store, and they are really a nice cabinet for the most part. But today we are going to actually make this better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to theme this cabinet out. Now, I've themed many of these cabinets. I've done them in a Spider-Man type cabinet. I've done them in like a Transformer, Masters of the Universe. But today we're going to do kind of a Hot Wheels theme with this one. So what I do is I build boxes that go on the very top and on the very bottom. It raises them up, paint everything a different color. It accents your collection, so it really looks cool. It's going to change this from a piece of glass to a piece of furniture. And you can display it in your collectible room, or if you have a store, you can put it in a store, or whatever you desire. So let's get started. Okay, so I put this bad boy up on some tables, and now what we got to do, we got to take this all apart because we're going to be painting some of these parts. So we got to disassemble the whole thing. So it comes apart very easily. We just unscrew. These are the legs. This is the bottom part. And I'm going to go to the other side and unscrew the top. Okay, we got all our pieces sanded. Sand the floor, sand the floor. Wax on, wax off. Good thing we didn't have to do it by hand, eh? We would have been here a while. I'm glad I'm not Daniel's son. I went ahead and I built the top and the bottom part of the cabinet. Now this is all out of MDF wood, and this is just primer right now. We're gonna paint it a really cool color and get started on theming it out. Okay, so here's our CNC Hot Wheels sign. Basically it comes apart. So you can see how it comes apart here. And this is the skeleton. I saved the skeleton so I can line my letters up afterwards. So that's how it's going to look. So I cleaned everything up, sanded everything down, got all the sharp edges off that were from the CNC. And now we are going to paint. Alright, so we got everything painted. I really like the paint color. It's a very Hot Wheels look. Now, I was looking at the color schemes. I love them, but they're very, very bold. And I wanted something to break them up a little bit. So what I got was, I got my good friend Dwight. He has a printing machine to print out some of this. And it's a decal, and it looks like a checkered flag. So we're gonna accent a lot of this cabinet with the checkered flag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut each piece to size because this is one big roll. The checkered flag is going to kind of accent a lot of the pieces of our cabinet. So it's coming together, it's looking good. So let's start putting together. now I'm putting on the logo. So what I did is I kept the skeleton part of what I machined out and I put it down on top. So I saw where I could put my screw holes and they could be covered up by each letter, and why this is important to keep this so that we can mark our spots. So now I can glue the letters on top and it'll keep the sign from coming off. I like it. I like it. This turned out great. I'm so pleased with how this looks. We turned a regular piece of IKEA furniture into something more. We're going to do a part 2 to this cabinet, so stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be a little bit more inside the cabinet. I'm going to build some display racks to display Hot Wheels cars. So join me on the next one, part 2 Hot Wheels cabinet. Thanks guys, take care, and remember, don't just build it, theme it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Theme it, like and subscribe. You don't want to miss an episode. Do it now.
Keep sanding. Sand the floor, Daniel-san. We sand the floor. Sand the cabinet.